Hello there, welcome to my channel. Okay, we're gonna work in my little journal today, and today's prompt is a photo or a portion of a photo. And I wish I would have looked ahead a little when I was working on these, because we have a photo. Well, it's, these aren't real photos, but still. Then we have a photo, and now we're doing a photo. Oh well. So, we'll turn this one around, and I got this one. And today we're going to cover it with this. And this is, excuse me, one of my grandma's quilts. Oh, I got the hiccups. And I just laid it on my scanner and scanned it. So we're going to use this portion of this paper, scrap paper here, and cover it. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. I hope that y'all are having a good day. I've been lazy today, and I've been listening to my audiobook, and I finished it with 15 minutes to spare before it had to be returned. I've never cut one that close before. So I've had this ready to record for quite a bit, but I had to get that book finished. I didn't want to, print it again with only 15 minutes left, because that would be one less time they could have somebody else print it, you know. So I thought, come on, you can do this. And I ended up liking it. I didn't know if I was going to. It was the Lilac Girls. I didn't know if I was going to. I won't say it's a favorite. You know, it's not one that I'm going to say everybody must listen to this or read this. It's not a favorite. But I liked it. I wanted to get to the end to find out the ending of it. That's for sure. Not real crazy how it ended. But don't know what I'm gonna choose next. Probably something on my Kindle that I can either listen to or read, because I'm going to be down at my grandkids' house, so I probably want something I can either listen to or read. If it's audiobook that I can only listen to, I probably won't get much of that done down there. So I'll probably do something I can do both with. It's kind of hard to listen to audiobooks and have all that noise going on around me. My little grandson, he's a noisy one. He's very noisy. Who is he? I hope I got these right. I think I did. And then he'll be gone for a day with his parents. He's got to go get fitted for new braces for his legs. And I'll have my granddaughter there that's having surgery. And she'll just be home from surgery, so I wouldn't want to have a audiobook going in my ears because I want to be able to hear her and all that stuff. Because I'll be taking care of her after she just gets home from surgery. I really didn't get that very good with my brush. She's having her gallbladder out. My kids are going to be worn out. Oh boy, I left my glue upside down in the container for several days. I have not been in here. Was I in here yesterday? I was in here yesterday. Okay, yeah, I was in here yesterday. I was thinking I hadn't been in here all weekend, but I was in here yesterday, so it's not as bad as I thought. I did make it in here yesterday after the kids left. Alright. I still don't have this cut right. Okay, I think that's getting really full because it's pushing it open. I don't know why they make that so it gets down in there where you can't hardly get it out of there. They shouldn't make that hollow down there. It gets stuck. I'll deal with it later. I almost turned around and threw that in my other trash can that's on the floor. Don't know what I was thinking. Alright, so let's glue this down. Set this off to the side. And now, here's all my fun stuff. This is my photo, and this right here is my mom. This is my aunt. If you heard me telling the story about my aunt, it's a video I made yesterday, but it won't go up. I'm like separating all these so you don't have these in a row. But this is my aunt that I was talking about that was the missionary and all that. And this little guy here, I'll get this a little bit closer. This little guy here, this little guy here are my uncles. They're twins. And this is my grandma, their mom. And this is her sister. This is my other aunt. And this is my my grandma's sister, and this is her daughter and her son, and this is my great grandma. Her name was Goldie. She was a sourpuss, I believe. That's what I've always heard. So this was all the family way before I came along. And then not in this house. They were out, I think they were out at the farmhouse that burnt. Anyway, that's the famous sugar bowl that has been around forever, and my mom has. It turned into a spoon bowl at later years. Anyway, you guys don't care about that, but that's the family. I don't know who this is. I think this is a lady that came to help, because my grandma, soon after the twins were born, it might have been around this time. She might have come home around this time. I'm not sure, because they look like they're about 2 here, 1 or 2. But soon after they were born, she had to go away to a TB sanatorium for a year. She got TB, but she survived, but she had to be gone for a year in a sanatorium. So I think that, I didn't finish that thing, but I think this might be the lady that came a lot and helped the family out. So, because these 3 girls had to hold down the fort a lot and had to help with the babies. So, anyway, my mom had to grow up a lot that year, which my mom was always very grown up. All her life, she was very grown up. She just was one of those kids. And my 18-year-old granddaughter has always been one of those kids. She's an amazing kid. I never quite know what to think of her. I'm going to put this on cheesecloth. Just put it right there. And I think I will use glue stick to do it. I'm never quite sure which side. I always try to take that side. I don't know why. I think usually glue stick is less messy, and I just need to get it stuck on there, not... Doesn't matter if it holds forever, because I'll use glue to glue it onto whatever I'm gluing it onto later. But this stuff's good. This is that GLOO glue. It's good stuff. I like it. I think it's my favorite glue stick I've ever used, honestly. And I can't tell you why I don't use it more. I just stuck on my other glue. I was editing an older video a couple of days ago, and I was using this stuff, and I thought, why have I quit using that stuff? I need to use it more, but I don't like to use it on this real thin copy paper stuff, so. But when I use thicker stuff, I'm going to have to use that stuff more, because it works good, and it's a whole lot cheaper. So I want to put this right here, I believe, but I won't glue it down yet because I'm not sure what all I'm doing here. I was trying to find stuff to use, and I just was having a hard time. I want to put that there, but I feel like it needs something else with it, but I don't know what. And I thought I would put this here instead of real lace. I'm trying to keep things as flat as I can. And then I didn't know if I wanted this, although that's going to cover up that sugar bowl, but nobody's going to know in the future about that sugar bowl but me, and I've used this picture 1,000 times, so maybe this one. I have this, Your Story Matters. Oh, I could put that there and put that right there. But then I also, it's not going to fit. I thought about cutting this, Where Old Stories Meet New Beginnings, and I thought that was really good. Let's cut that out and see if I can fit that there. And I don't care. This is just a printable. I mean, it doesn't matter if I waste that. It really doesn't matter at all. Because I can... Well, how should I do that? Just cut right here. cut it again. Maybe I should put that there instead of that. Because I really like that. Maybe I should cut it a little bit smaller. And maybe kind of come out a little bit. I'm gonna mess around until it's teeny weeny tiny, aren't I? I like that. Let's ink it up. And I could cut that clock out of there. Where'd my little scissors go? My scissors are getting dull. I need to have my husband sharpen them, and I said that like 2 weeks ago and I still haven't done it. Oops, I messed up on the bottom of that, but I could put this right there. Okay, I'm liking that. We can do that. Okay. Alright, let's glue this down. This goes here. So let's just glue that down. Oops. Trying not to move it, and I did. Boy, did I, huh? Okay. I'll get the picture and the binding there. Oops. Like thinking you picked something up and you didn't at all. Oh, I left my tweezers. Oh, they're there. I hope the next one has nothing to do with a photo. Because I think I've done the photos now. And do you think I looked ahead? Nope, I didn't. I did find this on my table, so I guess I got that done, cut out and done ahead, and I didn't do it. So I guess the next one is not going to be a photo, because it's going to be a sequence of numbers, because somehow I messed that up and didn't get it done. I must have got done one evening, cut that out, looked at it, and kind of thought, oh, what can I do for that? And then totally forgot about it. I probably didn't get in here the next night, and then, or the next day, and then it got buried in something. I like using my old family photos and stuff. And if you're young enough that you've still got your family, the older members of your family sitting around telling stories, and you're sitting there thinking, oh, this again, pay attention. Write them down if you need to. Do something, because that was me thinking, oh, these stories again. I can't remember them now. I cannot. The only one I can remember is the one where my grandpa used to talk about the horses on the bridge. We got a bridge like 3 miles from us over the river. And apparently there was a wreck, and the guy was carrying a trailer load full of horses, and they went over the bridge, and all of the horses died. And that used to I used to just, like, every time he told that story, and I hated going over the bridge. And then for driver's ed, that was one of the things we had to do on our test, was drive over that bridge. Oh, I hated that when we had to go over that bridge. Of course, I've drove over it 100 times. I used to have to drive over it to go to work, so I've driven over it a lot now. That's just normal for me now, but I hated it. Because I could hear my grandpa telling that story about those poor horses. Of course, I never thought about the poor driver. But the rest of the stories, I don't remember, you know. And my grandpa, he could tell you every year what the crops were. Like, in 1964, the weather was blah, 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 and the crops were good, or the crops were bad, or the bugs, or the whatever. He could tell you everything about the crops every year. He could sit there and he could go through each year what the crops did, or what the hogs did, or he could tell you everything. He was a storyteller, but I don't remember his stories. We should have recorded him one day. So listen to what they tell you. Here we go. Thank you for joining me. You have a blessed day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.